Hi there, welcome to another educational video document in my Web3 expedition. In this video, I simply want to intimate you of an event on YAP market that you should be interested in. It's a YAP opportunity by Hemi. They are distributing around $10,000 worth of their token in this campaign, along with $21,000 worth of KAITO. So YAP market relies on KAITO data to rank you. That's during the onboarding process. It ranks you based on your KAITO score and then gives you a base price that you will earn when you participate in YAP opportunities. It did that for my account. I'm going to earn around 1.7 KAITO per YAP, which is in the realm of $3 based on my YAP score when I participate in YAP opportunities like this one. So I'll be having a share of the 21,000 uh, dollars worth of Kaito paid out. Okay, so this video is going to introduce you to this event, which you can still participate in. It just started. It's going to run for 20 days, so it will intimate you on how to participate successfully. But there are more rewards because you will see here that there's also going to be 10K dollars worth of Hemi tokens post TGE. I believe that the rewards for this will be claimable 1 month after TGE. I say so because they've already had an initial similar campaign where $10,000 was distributed. I participated, and mind you, I'm not a big account. I was able to qualify. They selected the top 21 participants. I don't think there are many participants in this campaign, meaning that you have a chance of being selected in the top 21. Okay, so $10,000 worth of Hemi tokens as well. Then there is also Yap Keys NFTs. Yap Keys NFTs is worth $369. It has a lot of utilities. Now, this is allowed to be able to mint during the event. The event is going to take place July 19th. So it's worth $369 if you mint it, and you get $369 worth of the YAPS token. So YAP Market is going to have a native token called YAPS. And by participating in this campaign, you are able to be in the allowance that will enable you mint the YAP key NFT that will translate into $369 worth of YAPs. You also earn bonus YAP Streak points. YAP Streak points is the point system of YAP Market that will also translate into an airdrop of YAPs. So, how do you get started with this campaign if you were to start? This is the campaign overview. Your mission is to help bring awareness to Hemi's winning approach to scaling Bitcoin, making Bitcoin programmable, native BTC yields, and more. Contribute to the Hemi Mindshare on X with your best educational content, insights, engaging visuals, how-to guides, memes, and share in the rewards. So by participating in this, you don't only participate in this opportunity, you are also contributing to the Mindshare leaderboard of Hemi on KAITO. We don't know if they would distribute rewards to the broader uh, Hemi leaderboard participants. This is a standalone campaign. That's why I'm interested in this. Not only am I interested in Hemi network and their ambition of building a hybrid L2 that's powered by Bitcoin security and scalable on the by virtue of Ethereum. I'm interested in that. It contributes to the evolution and adoption of Web3. Okay, so, but on top of that, I'm also yapping about them for the Kaito side of things. Of course, there are also perks directly from Yap Market. So, bonus earn points for being an active user of Hemi Network. Connect your Ethereum or Bitcoin wallets to stake, tunnel, borrow, lend, and trade on Hemi. Okay, now this is interesting. I'm participating in this, but I don't know. Uh, with Job Market, there's no wallet connection. So I don't know. Maybe you need to connect your Kaito wallet when dealing with Hemi. I'm not very sure. Okay, so anyway, see this call guide for content inspiration. So this will give you content inspiration, spotlight requests where possible. You may want to, participate in spotlight requests. They want you to, for example, in one of your entries to code post this post with your own content. So maybe that will be my very first entry, this video, along with a quote of this post. Let's see if it's related to my discussion. So true programmable Bitcoin is here. Hemi is scaling BTC beyond money. Okay, so this is befitting. I'm going to be code posting this in my first entry. Okay, which is, this video will form part of. Now within this video as well, I will already show you what Hemi is about, how to get started with Hemi proper, because you can also earn an airdrop from interacting with Hemi itself. So why not? Okay, so going back here, if you were to join, you simply need to click on join. It will intimate you if you have joined already. And you have to do so before this pool, I mean uh this what do they call it? This milestone this is filled up. Let's put it like that. So if I go to my jobs and hmm, so I think this is my YAP score. Okay, so reward high impact occurs by increasing their base price. I will look into this separately. Interesting. Okay. So now if you join a campaign, you need to start at least put up a submission within 48 hours. Otherwise, you'll be auto cancelled. And I don't think you'll be able to join again. So ensure that when you enter into this, at least within the first 48 hours, you already have an entry. Now, if I click on view more, okay, so this place tracks your entry. Your entries are tracked automatically. Once you put up a post on X, Yap Market will identify it and you would see it show here. You put up a second post that will show here, it's up to 5 of them. More submissions can increase your impact score. So this time I'll try to put up 5 submissions within the 20 something days. The last one I only put 3 or 4. Now, assuming you don't see your entry shown here, you can manually submit it with the link of the post. Okay, so I think that explains everything that there is to know about this campaign. Let's go on then to Hemi. For those interested in interacting with Hemi proper, if you're watching this on the tube, the link will be in the description to this portal. I'll give you an overview of how to get started. By the way, Hemi is already on mainnet, so you'll be using real funds to interact with Hemi. But if you are not an active user, you can interact passively. All you need to do is deploy liquidity into strategies on Hemi. And you earn points doing so. Okay, so why? Just a moment. Okay, interestingly, I don't know, it's not showing my points. It says current points balance reflect staking only. LP based rewards will be updated shortly. So maybe that's why it's not showing my points. But basically, this is how you get started. You interact with different uh, events here. Many of them involve providing liquidity, and it's very easy, by the way. You can also stake on Hemi. If you stake any of these assets, now it said if you stake on Hemi, then the points associated with staking will be on display on the dashboard. But if you are participating in liquidity provision, it will not be on display yet. Many of the tasks involve liquidity provision, but this is the most basic of them, which involves staking on Hemi. You can stake any of these assets shown here: ETH, Hemi, BTC, USDCE, DAI, DAI, BRBTC, and so on. Now, very easy to get started with this. Let's see leaderboard. Okay, so I've accumulated a bit of points, but you see I'm very far off from top participants. Because this is my tutorial wallet, by the way, I only put in a small amount for the tutorial. Okay, now how do you get started? Very simple. Of course, you want to bridge funds over to the Hemi network to get started. Now, there's a simple way of doing that, and there's a traditional way. You may want to approach the traditional way even once. So let's quickly look at that, because it will also give you like a feel of what they are building. You'll understand what a hybrid blockchain is, that is both BTC and Ethereum oriented. So if we start on Hemi proper, we can use something called a tunnel. So this is the programmable Bitcoin chain. Hemi is the network that scales Bitcoin beyond money. So basically, it's making the Bitcoin asset more relevant than it just being a finance asset, and now using it in chain governance, enabling true BTC Fi. Okay, so you can tunnel assets for a start. These are different options for tunneling assets that you can use. Interestingly, for this one, I would favor Stargate. The other, I'm not familiar with partially familiar with Free Tech and Mason, so I'd favor Stargate. But you can also use the direct tunnel here, which I'll recommend in my case. It may bring a multiplier in the event of an airdrop for those who use the traditional bridge. So tunnel is a bridge. So if you have ETH, for example, the gas token on Hemi is also ETH. So you can bridge it. So ETH, your balance will populate here when you connect your wallet, then you bridge it to Hemi. Typically, you can also bridge from Bitcoin proper. Okay, so that's why it's a hybrid chain. So for this one, you will need to connect your Unisat wallet. Okay, but I'll assume that in your case, you have ETH. Okay, now the recipient token, if you're to bridge BTC, is Hemi BTC. Now, I've not tried if Hemi BTC can pay gas fee. I've not tried that, but it's likely that it can. Okay, so now after you have your ETH on Hemi, you can now start interacting with this campaign here to start earning points. First, you may want to swap, you know, and swapping involves for swapping, you can use Sushi Swap. You can also use Izumi. You can use Oku Trade. They all work. Now, why I like Sushi Swap is because it also has a cross-chain bridge, meaning that you can use this to easily move your funds to the Hemi network. So if you go to Trade Swap, you just click on cross-chain. So it doesn't have the cross-chain function when it comes to Hemi. Okay, anyway, you can use this to swap. So let's say you have ETH on the Hemi chain. I have a small amount. I can swap it for this, for example, Hemi BTC. Now, when I have Hemi BTC, I can already perform this staking quest here at the bottom. Now, of course, you can also deposit ETH, Hemi BTC. You stake it here. That will get you started. Then, if you want to provide liquidity, you can provide liquidity on Sushi for any of these pairs. These pairs, they are a bit complex. So let's look for another one. This one is better. So USDE against USDCE against USDT. You can also pair Hemi BTC against MS BTC. The only problem with Sushi Swap is that You may not find, okay, let's go to the pools. So these are the different pools. But the only problem is if you are swapping via, okay, it's best to go to the pool directly here. So let's see this one. So you can get the contract address. So for example, I don't have VUSD, but you will see the contract address here and the contract address here. So let's say I copied this because you may not find it on the list of swappable tokens. So when you go to swap, let's say you type VUSD here. Okay, this is popular, but for some they are not popular. For example, let's see. For example, this VCred now. You see, VCred is not on the list. If we were to type it, okay, so maybe you just type it. It looks like it comes out. So you can swap. So you get the gist there. That's for sushi swap. Same thing applies with all the other tasks. It's just a different outlet and different token pairs. So Oku, same way as you provide liquidity on Sushi Swap, you can also provide liquidity on Oku Trade. You can do the same on Izumi. You can also do the same on Dodo. You can spread it all over or favor those with higher multipliers and just put all your TVL there. And that's the gist of, so these ones, they have better mining rate. These pairs, you see, Hemi, BTC against USDE. So those popular pairs earn you the most points. Now, you may also want to do this. I think it's important. It gives you 500 points once, but it's uh, like a CBIL prevention, something like that. It's like an online ID verification. I don't think it requires like full-fledged KYC. So that's about it for this video. If you have questions, ask me via airdropc.com. Simply scroll down to the bottom and use this contact form, this Telegram, or this Twitter. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials and submit your email here because I'm working on 100 solid airdrop prospects. Each will have its own publication tutorial coming soonest to subscribers. So submit your email here. Now, as for Yap Market, my link will also be in the description to invite you to Yap Market. You earn KAITO for your YAPS, which you can then stake to position yourself for airdrops dedicated to the KAITO ecosystem from different projects. Because many projects give airdrops to stakers of the KAITO token. Okay, so that's about it for this video. Stay awesome, take action, subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials.